Why, hello there, and welcome back to The Vault. This show covers unknown or forgotten movies. And I'm your host, Joshua Hinton. The movie we will look at for this episode is Cabin in the Woods. This movie is a horror/comedy released in 2011 and starring Chris Hemsworth, Kristen Conley, and Fran Kranz. The movie earns a 7.0 on IMDb, and a 92% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. So, a quick synopsis of the movie. 5 college students, Hemsworth, Conley, Franz, arrive at a cabin in the woods for a fun weekend. While behind the scenes, a shady organization plot their demise via a group of redneck zombies. So that's the synopsis. The question is, does this movie deserve the 7.0 it gets from IMDb and the 92% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes and just forgotten to time? Or is it just another overhyped video or movie left in obscurity? Well, let's find out. First, we'll lay out a couple dislikes from the movie and then a couple likes from the movie. And finally, I will give my grade for the movie. And that's it. So without further ado, let's get going. All right, so a couple of dislikes or areas I thought the movie could improve on. Not a single one of the characters is believable as a college-age student, although I do kind of think that plays into the overall tongue-in-cheek aspect of the movie. It's just worth pointing out. The next thing is the main villain is sort of ambiguous. You don't really hear much. They're just called the Ancient Ones, and you're left wondering, Ancient Ones from when? Same way with the organization. A bit more backstory I kind of would have liked, at least at the end. And then let's look at a critic review that didn't like all the cheeky and meta-ness of the movie. Critic Kyle Smith of the New York Post and a top critic on Rotten Tomatoes writes in their review from April 13th, 2012, movies that mean to deconstruct movies seem to be made solely by and for cinema vampires. Thus, those ghost-faced whose pallor is rarely challenged by the exposure to the sun. I will provide a link to the full review article in the description below if anyone is interested in reading it. But the question is Smith's negative view on the movie correct? Is this just, mocking movies to mock movies? Well, let's move over to the good, or where I thought the movie excelled. So first, although the movie is full of winks and nods towards the classic horror, they actually counter some of the normal tropes you see in those kind of movies, where the stoner Franz is actually the smart one and actually is right the entire time instead of just being dumb, and actually knows what's going on. And then we'll move over to the main female, Conley. She is nowhere needing to be rescued. She is completely and totally smart, tough, and kills two of the 5 zombies herself. And it does follow all the tropes, but puts a great twist on them, like why they're splitting up and why they're not leaving when they should, or even going into a creepy basement when it flies open by itself. It adds these twists that make it unique to the movie, even though it is full of cliches. It adds to the funny parts of the movie. Next, we'll look at, I think, next is Kevin C. Johnson of the St. Louis Post and Dispatch and a top critic on Rotten Tomatoes. And I think their review says it best from April 12th, 2012. And basically, this is what they said. It's outrageous, but also great fun. And I think that pretty much describes it. I will provide a link to their full review if interested in reading it in the description below. So that is the bad and the good of the movie. But does it hold up to the 7.0 on IMDb IMDb and the 92% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes? In my honest opinion, yes, it does. I think it's good fun. It's hilarious, and even the bad parts of the movie add to the movie. My grade would be an 8 out of 10, and if you like self-aware, tongue-in-cheek horrors, this movie, I'd say give it a watch. If interested in watching the movie, it is available on Amazon Prime and can be rented on iTunes and Google Play. So, all right. Well, that concludes our show for today. Leave a like or a comment and check out our other great content on NWTV7, available on YouTube and Twitch. If interested in more movie reviews, tune in Friday nights between 5:30 and 6 p.m. for Bottom of the Barrel, where I and Cade Kennedy watch and review bad movies on Twitch. We won't be doing one this week. We did it on Monday, so look for it next Friday. We'll be watching Zebra Man. Anyways, this is The Vault, and this is Joshua Hinton signing off. And as always, stay frosty out there.